Oh.
At least we have some things.
Yep.
We got some things.
Can we move this table just a little bit?
Yeah, just be careful because you see where it's connected on.
Yeah. I just need a good couple. Like that? That's cool.
No, as long as it's not pulling the thing down. Yeah, you're good.
All right. I like to put my feet on tables.
You like to.
Before the bullshit with you motherfuckers that have exploited us for our feet. I can't get over the meat with shoes comment. It just is this what it feels like to be like a hot chick? Or just a chick in general? I'm assuming some guys just like
it's the old walk by the construction site, get whistled at type of mentality.
Yeah, there's like a flavor for everybody. I'm not gonna say anything about like a hot chick is relative, but like a hot chick, regardless of who you are, is this how it feels to be like walk by some like people who can't control themselves? I think we discussed this before, but I feel like it's relevant because we've been objectified.
We've been demeaned. I was up all night getting harassed.
We did this. So when we started this pod, what was it? 2018, right? I keep thinking about that.
Yep.
Man, this be 4 years.
Yep.
It's a long fucking time, man. We do this shit for free.
Yep. Yep. And we finally got 262. Look how we are aware of everything because we have such a little.
and that's why that was my argument. Argument before. Weren't we talking about somebody's comment? That I was like, yo, of course we're gonna address this shit. It's like we only get 2 comments. You are obvious.
And if one of them is, wow, you guys, I like how you look in your shoes. Can you move your feet around?
Yeah. So a general
that stands out.
A general rule of thumb with like social media apparently is, to engage with audience. So if our audience is there's only 2 of you engaging, unfortunately, when it's a comment that we don't like, we're still going to engage because you've only got 2 people who engage. Like, it has to look like you actually care.
And I mean, listen, I've gotten past the point of like.
Also, we don't really like sugarcoat shit. So like, that's why I think our comments are limited. We don't really go. I'm just going to address it on the podcast.
I mean, that's what we have a podcast for, partly.
I come here and speak once a week.
But there's yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right?
Yo, so sometimes I look at the comments and they'll be like, 4 comments, but there's only 2. What happens there?
I don't know.
Where did those 2 comments go?
Do you think that those comments get flagged?
Oh man,
that maybe they were just extra objectifying. They were like, "Yo, that's a little far, bro."
Yo, I'm pretty convinced YouTube hates us.
I mean, things have yeah. They're like, we'll give them a following. We'll send a following their way.
Right? They know they can like send people our way for sure. Like it's like a traffic jam, right? And they open up the express lane, like, oh, we're gonna let you through here, and they just somehow stumble upon us.
This is the outlet.
If they care about shoes that much, man, or feet, if they went back to the other episodes, because you might as well if you've already objectified us, give us the views, goddammit. Go back
and the viewing time.
Go back and check them shits out. Man, it's like a gold mine for you feet loving motherfuckers. That's some crazy shit.
Yeah, the first like 50 episodes where we heavily just spoke about shoes.
Dude, it was at my crib for like the first 80 episodes, something like that.
Something like that, 80 something.
The first 81, 82 episodes. You know how many times I went shoeless? Like, I actually
You're going to attract a whole different audience without wearing shoes on.
I think at one point I even went sockless and sandals. It was my house, man.
It's possible, yeah.
Sometimes I just didn't care about shoes because I was where I live.
And, I mean, when we first started,
I'm surprised you don't go shoeless a little bit more.
Well, I mean,
your shoes are right here, so
they are right there. And I'm telling you, without shoes, you're attracting a different group of people. That was never the idea. They don't even the people who are watching for that aren't even listening. They keep telling us to swap shoes,
man.
I'm telling you, they're not listening to this.
They don't even know we're talking about this.
I mean, they might be like, "Oh yeah, that was a good idea. You should do that." I'm afraid of.
Do you think they just literally be just coming over the bar with to show the length of the show? I don't know what they call that.
I said they probably have some technology that just allows them to zoom in. Some YouTube attachment.
Yeah, so this is the Kiona and Kasson podcast.
Yes. Welcome to the Kiona and Kasson podcast. Episode number 128.
Yeah, man.
Nice. All right.
Hey, that's crazy. It's 28 episodes since those T-shirts were made that nobody wanted.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about
true.
that. I'm about to grab me a nice fresh couple for the summer, man. Fuck it. We might as well. We got a whole stock of them motherfuckers.
It's true. But I mean, again,
we do have 100th episode T-shirts, which was 28 episodes ago by this time.
It's true.
That you're seeing this episode.
It's true.
If you can do math.
Yeah. You just subtract the 28.
If you can do math, then you know that already. But if you're interested, we do have. What do we have? We have no smalls.
I don't know. I'll get the sizing. I'll put the sizing and colors and shit that we have.
We'll even steam them before we send them out because them shit's probably mad wrinkled at this point. They're in like a shoebox.
Yeah, well, they're sitting in a plastic bin, to keep them protected from dust and whatnot. But also, yes, they're probably
super wrinkled.
A bit wrinkled.
Yes, we'll try for presentation if you even want one, which it doesn't seem like anybody does. Nobody calls me a fizzle, but that one guy called me a fizzle.
That is one of my favorite Family Guy sound bites. So
there's a lot of good Family Guy sound bites.
There's a lot, but the fizzle one it's great. But anyway, welcome everybody to the show. I am your host, Adam.
Thank you.
Osama.
You should. That's what you should be putting on there. That Jay-Z. I'm feeling it. Yeah, but like not that part. The thank you. Far too. Is that
far too kind.
Yeah. I forget what that was. Anyway, yeah. So it's episode 128.
Yes, indeed. No Dave today. He's
We're still not sure what Dave's gonna be here. He may be a reoccurring guest at some point. Let us know what how you feel about that. But no, Dave probably be back next week. I think he seems like he wants to be part of it again.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Fuck it. He'll be back. But we do have to find a way to space this. I mean, it was pretty good last week, I think, with the way you put the camera together.
Yeah, I think so. Just a little movement of the table.
Yeah, I was telling Adam, man, I was like, at this point, he could put a whole bunch of shit on his resume. Videographer, editor, podcaster, all that shit you like. Man, you can fluff the shit out your damn.
It's true. You gotta apply for like media companies.
Isn't that what they call the girls that do the in between porn sessions? Like they fluff them, right? Is that what they call them?
I don't know.
Look up the term fluffer.
I've never ever cared about what happens in between the porn sessions.
No. So from what I understand, okay, don't kill the messenger or the person who misread. But from what I understood, the fluffer was a girl, or maybe even a guy, I don't know, that maintains the male's erections.
It's a person employed on a pornographic film set to ensure that male actors are kept aroused.
Dude, that's pretty fucking hilarious.
I don't think I've ever heard that before.
You never heard of that? Oh man, I heard that early in my life.
It's pretty crazy.
I was like, fluffer? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, no, I've never heard of that before. Interesting.
Yeah, well, don't be such a fluffer.
I was typing it in and then it said like fluffer nutter. I was like, I don't know what that is, but I don't want to press it. I don't want to explore that any further.
So back to fluffing the resume, which keeping the resume aroused. I don't know.
I guess so, kind of, right?
That's true, because you got to get the fucking person who's reading your resumes dick hard, so to speak. Right? I mean,
yeah, I guess.
I mean, I
don't like that analogy at all.
Pretty crudely put, but I mean, if you really want to be, the thing about sexual innuendo is that it can be applied to almost anything in the world.
It's true.
It's pretty funny.
It's true.
I remember the first time I realized what sexual innuendo was, and I was like, "Whoa, this is what we're doing here."
Yeah, and then
you equate it
used
to
it pretty much
you
nonstop.
can equate it to anything. We're like, oh,
after the male understands.
When you left, I couldn't believe you didn't close the door behind you. Like, maybe next time I'll close the door.
After the male mind
That's weird
learns
as fuck.
of innuendo, it is a nonstop barrage of innuendo.
I just be chuckling to myself about innuendo sometimes. Like,
always. I'm the most immature person of all time.
But listen, it could be anything. But like, dude, did you before you leave, make sure you toss out the garbage. They're like, oh, I meant to toss out the garbage, but I didn't know if you wanted me to. It's like, what the fuck? Where's this conversation going? Next thing you know, you're fucking.
And that's how things work in life.
And that's life. That's How I Met Your Mother. There's How I Met Your Father now, right?
Yeah.
With Hillary Duff and that other Spanish hot chick.
Yeah.
I would watch that show just like they watch us on mute. And just chilling. I don't care what they're saying.
Hillary Duff disappeared from like.
No, man, she's on IG. I've been following her for.
Nah, but like from like the acting scene for like a good like 10 years.
Yeah.
And then she was like, surprise, motherfucker.
I'm still hot, motherfucker.
Some fries, motherfucker.
Yo, she's really hot. She's really hot still, man.
Yeah.
She's really hot.
I don't really care for the idea. It's like when they made Girl Meets World. It just, I feel like it didn't necessarily need to be done.
Do you think the people who watch us care for the idea?
I don't know. And then, I'm still waiting to see like what that 90s show concept is going to come to be.
You know, it's with
Kitty and Red.
Yeah.
But I was like,
it's that 90s show. It's because they're 90? The motherfuckers are old as shit, man.
They're going to be old as shit, first of all. But I also thought that it should be where they kind of are in the future now, right?
Bring everybody back?
Bring everybody back.
That's maybe the only show that could work.
That would be fucking awesome. I would love that.
But they can't bring back Hyde because he had some sexual allegations. I don't know if they have alleged. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either, but everybody true.
But yeah, they kicked him off
the ranch.
The ranch was hilarious. As soon as they took him off, he was the ranch. He's just a hilarious dude.
Yeah.
You know, aside from whatever they're alleging, until it's found to be whatever he's found.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say alleged, and that means that he can still be kind of funny in my head.
True. I think I say this every time he comes up.
Fez is still funny.
I think I say this every time he comes up, but when I found out that Francis from Malcolm in the Middle and were brothers.
There's another one. There's another one that you'll know that you didn't know is their brother. If you look up their last name, I don't know what they are. They have another brother who you know, and he's pretty fucking funny.
I'll check.
Reese.
Reese is their real brother?
I think it's Reese.
Interesting.
I thought it was.
All right, I'll look it up.
Yeah, look it up because I'm pretty sure, unless I'm thinking of something else, but I'm pretty sure they have 3 brothers. Yeah. Maybe I lied. I
don't know who that is.
All right, well, it is what it is.
But he also has a sister apparently, so maybe
that's who I'm talking about.
Maybe I don't know. I'm not going back.
Was she one? Never mind.
I've gone too far.
Okay, yep.
Yeah,
it's gonna keep moving.
Yeah. So, anything exciting on your agenda this week? Or anything that has happened prior, I guess.
In this last week?
Yeah.
Oh, man, look at you asking me about my stuff.
I used to ask you about how things went and
you used to care. You used to care.
I just stopped.
Now we just meet once a week. I don't even know you. Probably something, but
I was trying to remember.
Yeah, I don't really got much. The only thing I can remember out is yesterday's wind. Yesterday's wind kept me up. Usually, wind doesn't keep me up, right? Wind is like whatever.
Wind is windy.
Yeah,
we're
it's like
from a place that's windy.
Yeah, it's cool, man. But in my house, I think we've discussed my fencing. It's yet to be resolved, and I don't know when it's going to. Yeah, I would assume that it's probably in my best interest, but
I would also imagine that would be the case.
Yeah, but either way, the wind likes to blow that fucking gate door. And at this point, if you saw that door, it looked like something's just been beaten. I think I talked about it. It looks like somebody blew it with a shotgun, but it looks like it happened 2 or 3 more times since then.
Yeah, somebody was really
we've had a windy winter.
Yeah,
it's like, yo, when is this gonna stop?
And it's been really irritating because it's been doing this thing where like it snows and it's like a lot of snow, and then it'll get warm for a day and melt everything. And then
it gets cold.
It gets cold. Everything turns icy.
Yo.
And then it like repeats itself. And so either I'm walking the dog on a slippery ground or on a muddy ground, and I'm like, man,
it's mad Monday.
This is just ridiculous.
I've been at work with my work boots, right? And you know, I gotta go.
Got my work boots on.
I go sample, right? Man, I've been telling you we should make a country album. If you'd like to see us make a country album, and we're only talking about the people who are actually listening to what we're saying, because obviously nobody else is listening because they just.
If you can imagine me in similar jeans and probably a different pair of sneakers every time.
I would definitely.
I'll be on a stool with like an acoustic guitar.
I'm wearing some fly ass fucking cowboy boots. I'm gonna put some spurs on that bitch. Hell yeah, man!
You gotta take your horse to the Old Town Road.
I'm gonna play the part. Just walk around with a goddamn horse everywhere I go.
It's funny how Old Town Road completely disappeared.
Yeah, where the fuck that go?
I don't know. I think like
Is it because he's gay?
after he got superstardom, he just like didn't give a fuck about anything else. Now he's like into his.
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
No,
What
no.
I'm saying is that
He's like into his fashion world or whatever it is. And, like he doesn't really focus much on music. I feel like
he
anymore.
stopped being like a troll, it seemed, and he was just like, all right, now I'm just gonna become rich.
I think he just probably hangs out with Billy Ray regularly and just hey man,
That's
that was
the
actually
guy
a
that-
good.
My achy break your heart, man. Don't break my heart. My achy breaky heart.
Hannah Montana.
Funny.
Hilarious.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh, but about the wind, right? So it got me thinking yesterday nobody knows where I live, right? The gate, like I said, it keeps flying open. So it's gotten so bad that there's no right or wrong way to open the gate. It just the hinge
It opens on both sides.
Yes. No, like not on both sides. It's impossible. It should be off the fucking. It'd be on the floor. What would be connected?
So what
to?
does that mean?
Oh, there's no like pull only or push only. It used to be you would push it in. Now it goes out, back in, like all night, just bang, 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 bang.
That's what I'm saying. So it opens both. It's like a saloon door.
Oh yeah, I thought you meant like on
Fuck did you
both
think?
sides. Like, what are you, stupid?
I mean, they probably have some cool shit like that somewhere, but I don't expect your house to have it. I'm just asking you.
Oh really? Taking shots. Fuck you, man.
Hey man,
But no,
my house won't have it either. I know you.
Yeah. I'm not just assuming. So I have to I got like a whole bunch of things wedged on both sides, but there's like two big bricks on one side, like towards that's facing out, that's on the outside of the gate, and then the inside I have like a whole other thing, right? It doesn't matter.
The dog looks so mad now.
So back to the wind, right? So I barely was able to sleep yesterday because you hear the shit bang, right? And our window faces that fucking side. So
Did it wake you up out of your sleep? Like, ah.
It would, man, sometimes because it hits hard. Like it will like swing wide open, and you know the gate. As soon as it swings, it hits the fucking post, bang, and then something chips off again.
And it opens on both sides.
Yeah, a lot. It's fucking stupid. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
So I had to wake up at like 3:30, 2:30, like just to go out there and secure it. I'm like, God damn. I was like, I'm gonna pull this motherfucker off the hinges. We just won't have a gate door. But in my fucking turmoil yesterday, my first world turmoil, right? I started to think, I was like, man, so I'd be watching a lot. Remember, I was on this whole mountaineering kick.
Yeah.
Right? I was talking about, was I? Yeah, I talked a little bit about that.
Yep.
And
talking about climbing K2 and whatnot. We talked about that here.
They were talking about K2 and how I was listening to some podcast and they were talking about how the winds can sometimes go to like, I don't know what like the knots convert to, but like I think somewhere like 100 miles per hour, shit like that. Crazy winds.
Yeah.
They said shit that could just blow you right the fuck off the mountain. And they say it can be continuous for hours and hours and hours.
So it's just like pushing you. You're flying through the air and shit.
That would be so fucked up. Like you're just in a storm. You're just waiting. That would be really fucked up. If it was a cartoon, you might be able to get onto something. Or Twister. Twister was something. That was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
But can you imagine being on one of these mountains? Just like, why did I even come here?
I was kind of surprised that that's not a movie they remade at this point.
What movie?
Twister.
It's
Because
one
now
of
the
the
effects are just so much better. You can do so much more with that.
I think it would be too much. It would look like, what was that rock movie where the world was ending and they were in California?
I forget, but I know.
Do you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, it looks like too large a
Pacific
scale.
Rim or some shit like that.
It was too large. No, I don't think so. But it was too large a scale. It looked stupid.
I mean, yeah, but it would make sense. Like if I was gonna imagine the world ending, I would imagine something more like that. Everything is just kind of imploding on itself, and people.
Yeah, I would think so.
You got nowhere to go, buddy.
I think you're probably right, but it wouldn't look like that. Like
sinkholes already started opening up and shit. You know, like it could be.
I mean, there's probably some ways the world goes pretty rapidly if you really think about it.
And pretty fucking terrifyingly.
Yeah.
Let's get back to sexier thoughts because that's
what were we talking about before then? The Rock, Twister.
Yeah, graphics and movies.
Yeah, I mean, so for instance, I still and will not ever, and don't plan to, not for my life, to go back to The Irishman. I've watched 30 minutes of it, and it was fucking terrible. I don't care what anybody says. It's fucking terrible.
I've watched none of it, and I guess since
I couldn't get past the faces of these men that it's the CGI they use that I really just hate so much.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like
Occasionally,
graphics have their place. They don't need to be everywhere, you know?
I mean, then they shouldn't have just made the movie, right? Vivi occasionally, as we're scrolling through Netflix, will say, "Hey, The Irishman." I'll be like, "No, why the fuck would you even talk about that movie? I don't even know why it still exists."
Like if I'm watching like some Marvel or some DC shit, put all the fucking cool graphics in there that you like, you know? Go to town with that shit. That's when you develop the technology specifically for those type of movies. But I don't need like if it's not supposed to have like you can't fly in real life. So if you're not supposed to fly, I don't need that type of shit, you know?
You ever think about like, obviously with all the shit that's going on in the world, like one day just maybe there might be a superhero that comes. You know, everything
There might
else,
already exist.
everything else that art imitates life, life imitates art. That's the only thing that's not yet come yet. The superheroes, where they at?
Yeah. I mean, there might be like a Men in Black, you know?
Ideally, if there was like, let's say you can get a team of, you can't have all the Avengers, right? Because that's just like, that's too movie-esque, right? That's not real life.
Do you think it's possible that you've encountered a Men in Black situation and they actually wiped your memory from that day?
How the fuck would I know?
I don't know, but do you think it's possible? Is the question.
I don't think Men in Black exist.
You don't think there's some like task force to fight aliens who try to invade the United or the world?
I don't think they're called the Men in Black.
Well, I mean, probably not specifically that, but like, do you think they're based on anything similar?
Black,
I'm just saying. I mean, if the idea
defenders.
here is that the space outside of here is so vast that and the potential for life is so
So
big.
are you saying there's like,
Do you think
galactical police officers?
task force just in case? You know?
Intergalactical police officers?
People who try to develop
task force?
technology to fight.
I think when they say we're developing a task force, it seems like they're doing nothing. Like a task force, that sounds like, oh, you just told people they have to do a couple of things. Like,
Be like, listen, in case we need to do this, you guys have to exist. That's what it is.
I hate the word.
Like, there's a task that needs to be done. Get the force.
Oh man. So I think that probably
So outside of the wind, that's been really the only major event.
we went on the largest tangent in the world for fucking.
That's us, man. That's in a nutshell, the Kiona and Kasson podcast. Yeah. So, I don't think that there was anything particularly exciting in my week either.
Well, you don't leave the house. How can anything exciting? I don't leave the house, right? Like after work and gym and
I leave
all the little
I leave the
tasks.
house occasionally,
But I don't really go nowhere. Like, but you don't go nowhere. Like, how the fuck is everything?
I had a terrible pizza experience yesterday. I was so mad.
That'll get somebody going quick.
Oh.
Yo, these motherfuckers delivered that shit 45 minutes late. It wasn't even fucking hot, and it didn't have the fucking.
I wish that was the problem. Listen, this is what happened.
Dude, there's a lot of reasons to complain about pizza being delivered.
I was playing my game that I play, watching TV in the house, whatever, you know. And I was like, man, I'm hungry, so I ordered a pizza from Pizza Hut on Grubhub.
Right.
And they got here. Everything was fine for the most part.
I don't do a lot of the. I don't do the Grubhub and all those deliveries of food.
I mean, I do just like I have a Grubhub Plus membership. You know, free delivery essentially by the time it's all said and done. But
I'm a fucking golden member there.
But so I ordered the pizza. It got to the house. Get the pizza, put it in the counter, open the box.
Nothing in it.
Wrong pizza. It was a fucking jalapeno and onion pizza.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
I said, what the fuck?
Those are the two worst ingredients you can put on pizza.
I'm like, yo, man, if this was like there's so many varieties of pizza. I could have made this into something.
You'd have been excited about it.
Right.
Okay, I'm good with this.
There's so many ways I could have made this work where I was like, oh, yeah, I'll eat this.
It's funny because it wasn't even like it's not pork.
No.
And so it's like you'll eat it.
But I was like, dude, what the fuck kind of...
I thought you took a picture?
No. I didn't take a picture.
Like, this bullshit.
No, man. So
we got a free credit. Why didn't we? Fuck.
So I went to the app and I called the driver, right? I was like, yo, excuse me, you delivered me the wrong pizza. And he was like, oh, I'm just a driver. I was like, fuck does that mean? He was like, you gotta like call the restaurant or call Grubhub. He's like, I just take the pizza and deliver it. I was like, well, you took the wrong pizza and delivered it. So, I went to the Grubhub help thing. I was like, yeah,
This is all this work. You could have just went and got the pizza yourself.
dude, just
You need to learn to leave the house a little bit more, man.
man, listen, fuck all that.
Where's Pizza Hut?
I don't know. I think it's where the Target is on.
I ain't got a
Schaumburg and
fucking
Barrington
clue.
over there. But
It's in the Target?
no, it's right by it.
Do they still have Pizza Hut and Target?
I think so.
It's like, why? I guess they are both pretty much the equivalent of each other in the pizza and
In the retail world, like respectively.
Yeah, like I guess if you like Little Caesars used to be at Kmart, that was appropriate.
It's true. It's true. Although I do fuck with Little Caesars, man. I mean, sometimes it's not
I
bad,
like
you
Little
know?
Caesars, but I'm saying when you start having the brands that like are inside of each other.
Yeah, and
Inside
then
of
they started putting
you.
Subway in Walmart, and I was like,
Inside of you, oh, I want to be, oh, I long to be inside of you. Dude, that's a pretty funny song. The fact that he was dancing and doing like that pile driver move in the in the movie.
that movie is great.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall is a really funny movie.
Hello.
Underrated.
Hilarious. Yes.
Maybe overrated to some people.
Yeah, probably.
But I think underrated in my perspective.
There's a lot of hilarious parts.
What's okay, so overrated, underrated, or just rated?
I wasn't done with my pizza story. Hang on.
Okay. I'm sorry.
So, all right. So I went to the help thing, and I was like, yo, what's up with this, man? My pizza was delivered incorrectly.
You have
So
to
they
send a
were-
picture to them?
Nah. But so then they were like, all right, cool. We'll refund you, right? In 3 to 5 business days. I was like, bitch.
I'm
I was like,
hungry
so-
now,
so
and you took my money.
That's exact. I'm like, yo, you got to give me a credit or something on the fucking app. Like, what are you doing? Motherfucker left the chat. Left the chat. I said, all right, I'll screenshot this so that I can come back and bitch at y'all later. But, like, I'm hungry, so I got to sort this out now.
He
So then
said, I'm going to be out.
So then I called Pizza Hut. And this is where I'll credit them. All right. I called Pizza Hut. I was like, yo, I placed an order at Grubhub. Tried to get a pizza. Y'all sent the wrong pizza. I don't want this. So, but I tried to do everything real nicely because I was like, I don't need them to spit in my food, right? So I know how to approach this thing. I was real cautious about it. So then the guy was like, oh yeah, sorry, like, you know, I don't know specifically how that happened. He's like, I can either give you like a credit to your phone number, or I can just have him, you know, throw a new one in and ship it out. And I was like, yeah, let's do that because I'm hungry, you know. So he's like, you want like a 2 liter? Like I could throw that in for you. I was like,
What else
yeah,
you give
man.
me, man? What else can I get for free?
Hell yeah. I was
No,
like, shit.
that's it for you.
Like, you said something that resonated.
What other shit can I
Stay
get for-
strong, brother.
What else you give me for free in this motherfucker? Like,
But I was like, man, yeah. So the funny thing is that they sent it through DoorDash. They got a DoorDash driver to bring it to the house instead of Grubhub.
Grubhub. That's pretty funny. Yo,
But
we need somebody more competent than the last guy.
But they brought it in like a half an hour.
Lickety split.
You know, I was like, all right, man,
Again, what
got to eat. I don't know, but listen, we're not exploring those things.
Lickety-these.
If we want to explore those things,
We have to
then
start that podcast.
We have to start a podcast.
I mean, how long will that podcast be? What do we just every episode is just like a short? We explore.
That's why I said we will talk about this later.
Dun, dun, dun.
But yeah, so what were you talking about when you were trying to interrupt me? The rating scale.
Oh, because we were just talking about like overrated, underrated.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, well, what if you're in the middle? You're just rated? Man, that's some good rated shit right there. I'll tell you what. Like,
That's some quantum shit right
That's
there.
too. Is that the word ambiguous?
Is that like when you're ordering steak and you're like, I'll take medium.
Do you remember the ambiguously gay duo that can never survive nowadays?
No.
You remember that shit? It was like Mad TV or some shit.
Dude, there's nothing. I swear to God, I told you every time.
That was one of the funniest cartoons I've ever seen in my life. But Mad
You know what?
TV
Cartoons actually get away with a lot. They can actually survive.
Yeah,
a
but I
lot.
don't think you could just outright call something the ambiguously gay duo.
You might could.
You might, maybe, but if Mad TV doesn't get enough props for what they did.
No,
Like,
Mad TV was great. Spy
yo,
versus Spy. all
Spy
that
versus
shit.
Spy. That
Yeah,
shit's
yeah.
hilarious.
And they had a magazine to accompany it. I mean, come on
Mad
now.
Magazine was one of my favorite little magazines as a,
You are
as a
now
youngin'.
watching Mad TV. A lot of youngins out there ain't gonna know what the fuck that is, because that shit, for whatever reason, got canceled and Saturday Night Live lived. But it was a sketch show essentially like that.
Yeah, I think I would rather have Mad TV live than. Do you remember House of Buggin'? You probably don't remember House of Buggin'. It was on only for a little bit.
It sounds familiar, but I probably I don't
It was
really.
like it was around that time where like they used to have something called "We Now Return You to Your Regularly Scheduled," but it was like a Spanish dude, and he had the Spanish accent, like whites in the house, colors in the colds. That's a quote.
Yes, I mean I imagine if you watch this podcast and you can't tell me which movie that's from, I mean, I feel like we're just not on
There's only
exactly
two things.
the same page.
There's only two. Well, there's only two people that are watching this podcast. People who would know that, and people who don't know what the fuck we're saying, and they're just looking at the feet.
It's true.
Yo, I've been going back to the YouTube count just to see what the view count's going. It's going up.
Should we
Motherfuckers done discovered some of the other shit.
Should we get a secondary camera and keep
On
it
our
in the
feet?
corner and just keep it on the feet?
Yeah, but that's an OnlyFans,
yeah, word.
and we gonna bank.
Yeah, listen. I mean, can if y'all got dough or your best friends got dough or they best friends got dough, then you can come and watch this and ask
Yeah.
those things. But like if you ain't got dough,
Yeah, if you
I
just
don't wanna
asking
know.
to see my feet for free,
Yeah, I mean,
what is
listen,
this? Ain't nothing for free.
No.
Everybody got their own price, and for my feet, I don't know what it is. Maybe $100.
I mean, I don't know, but see, then you start getting into like for how long, what kind of content.
150,
gets-
200, 300. Depends on how long it
We're gonna have
is.
to put a price list together, like the details.
You want a minute of me wiggling my toes? $500 right now.
I will not do any private sessions with anybody. There will not.
I will
be
send you
any-
private videos of me wiggling my feet for $2,500.
25,000. I think that's 2.5 million. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I went a little far in my, but that's just to let you.
2,500,000
That's just to let you know how much it would cost.
million
But look, I'm trying to listen.
trillion.
I ain't gonna objectify myself for a little bit of money. It's gonna cost a little bit to give me to do.
I'll do something strange for a piece of change, but not that strange. You know, I got my limits.
About as far as I'm going with strangers, I'll put a camera on my feet and I'll literally go. I would probably, for a certain amount of money that I don't even know, I would ask for. I'd be like, all right, well, what are you offering here? Like,
Well, what are we talking about? You know?
like, are you saying that you'll pay me a large amount of money if I were to just show you the time from the time I put socks on to my shoes and then I'll just stand there?
Are these like older gentlemen who like watched Mr. Rogers?
I don't want to even think about it anymore.
And that's where it started?
Stop,
All right.
stop, son.
Yeah, let's move on from that.
Yeah, but like $500 for me to show my feet. Like,
That's not moving on from that. Yeah. But no, I think that's pretty much the only thing. There's really been nothing exciting. I haven't been paying much attention to anything. I know you mentioned LeBron had a big game last night, so that's pretty
56
cool.
or 58.
I'm tired of hearing about LeBron.
I do gotta say,
the Lakers
he's
are tired
keeping
of hearing about LeBron.
He's definitely keeping it. Well, not consistently, right? Because obviously he's old now. It sucks to have to play basketball night in, night out with a team that's probably not that great anymore. Charles Barkley called all them old guys. They're just tired.
Charles Barkley is
He's
hilarious.
been going in.
And
He won't say their name anymore. He says the team from Southern California. He won't say them directly.
He's talking shit about the NFL quarterbacks and shit too. We can get into Charles Barkley because that's just hilarious. But we can talk about one thing surrounding LeBron. It's the only thing that I'd probably give him right now, right? The Shot. He has that little series on HBO or whatever. So apparently an episode just aired. I didn't watch it yet. Probably go back and watch it because it's an entertaining show. I mean, he has a lot of good guests on there.
I have noticed that. That's pretty. I mean, he was smart to try to start developing that.
For sure. I mean, it's weird, like the concept of just. I guess like it's barbershop talk.
Yeah,
I get it,
so
but
the
it's like
shop-
it's kind of weird because the way they have it set up is like.
Are they getting their haircuts?
Yeah, some people do get their haircuts when they're.
I'd have to fly my own barber in.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna-
Majid.
I'm not gonna trust your fucking barber.
But so apparently one of the conversations they were having was that whenever the best scorers in the league are mentioned, his name is never brought up. And he's like, I am one of the highest scoring of all time in the league. But he's like, it pisses me off that my
He's
name
now
is never.
first, right?
No, he's third, I think.
In scoring?
He's behind Karl Malone and.
Karl Malone did have a lot of fucking points.
And fuck, who's
You
number
got
one
John
again?
Stockton serving you the ball for fucking 20 years.
Word. I mean, pause, but yeah.
I didn't say balls. I said ball.
I just
just one of them.
pause. Just hit pause when necessary, you know. But so how do you feel about that conversation? It's funny because they were mentioning like, all right, he's one scoring champ one time. Obviously, that pales in comparison to 10 times with Michael Jordan. I was like, well, yes, because Michael Jordan was an efficient scorer, and he's like, obviously throughout my career, I've always been trying to get my guys involved. Like I haven't been a scorer first player. He's like, but I am one of the best scorers ever. So it pisses me off that. And I was like, well, the thing about it, LeBron, is that you don't shine in the moments where you're supposed to shine. Like you don't take the big shots, and the people who are the best shooters of all time, the best scorers of all time, they take the big shots and they make the big shots, and they are regarded that way. Like the Ray Allens, the Reggie Millers, the motherfuckers who are the big scorers were the big scorers because they hit the big shots. You know what I mean? Like obviously, there's a lot you can give LeBron. You can only take so much away from him, even if I want to hate him. But it's also just there are certain things that as a superstar, as the reigning best player in the league, you don't perform in certain situations that I would expect. And that's just my perspective on it.
I think you're right. I think a lot of the time they become, I do think he's one of the greater scorers we've seen, but I do think his numbers are a little skewed. He's been playing a long time, very consistently.
Mm-hmm.
Look, MJ probably, and I hate always bringing it up, but we're talking about like somebody who took two fucking hiatuses from basketball.
And you have to bring it up because we're also still talking about the best scorers of all time right now.
So MJ, he didn't play. He retired from fucking in '93, came back and middle '96. I mean, middle of '95.
Yeah.
So he took that time off. He took the time off between '98 and 2001 when he came back.
Mm-hmm. When he decided to go to Washington, which I like.
Imagine if Mike played every year till 2003, right? That's almost that's a 19-year career.
Yeah.
Mike barely missed games, if ever.
And we're also talking about a very defense centric league at the time, where there was a lot less tic tac calls and it was more hard nosed.
So he was scoring in those type of conditions
where the big man was the pure big, like the big man ran the league.
You'd have Mike at the top of or if not the top, or one of the, because MJ's was 3.
He
was 4.
He was.
5? I don't know what. I'll look it up. Because I mean,
clearly my Googling skills are not and that just sounds like a terrible statement as well.
Your Googling skills?
My Googling skills.
Michael Jordan scoring all time.
Yeah, I mean, like, you always going to talk about MJ as one of the greatest scorers ever, even if he's just, like, lower on that list than LeBron, because, motherfucker, first of all,
Mike's got 32,292. Hold on, let me get in this thing right here. I'll tell you right now. They got NBA.com. Yeah, so Mike's 5th. He's 5th with, but like the thing is, you got to look at like some of the. So LeBron right now is 3rd. It's Kareem, LeBron, right? So games played. Kareem has 1,500. Well, actually, to be exact, 1,560. Karl Malone has 1,476. LeBron 1,356. Kobe 1,346. Michael 1,072. Right? So he is he's about 300 games shy
good
of
4 or 5 seasons almost.
Right, of everybody else. Right? So Mike played 41,010 minutes.
Yeah.
The Kobe, which is the next, went 48. LeBron 51, Karl 54, Kareem 57. Right? Now that matters because MJ's got 32,292. Kobe's got 33,643. LeBron 36,720. I think you might have MJ scoring the most ever if he plays the same amount of games that everybody else played.
Not even the same amount of games. If you give him like another 100 games.
I think maybe, yeah. I mean,
if he had another full season under there, probably.
If he played if he played after the 93 season,
Yeah.
he's above Kobe, and he's probably where LeBron's at. Yeah, he's definitely probably at LeBron's stage, if you ask me. But you know,
it's all speculation now.
yeah, it's all speculation. But I think that's something that needs to be spoken about.
Yeah, for sure.
My other point.
There's things surrounding it all. It's not just like the numbers are the numbers. You know.
My other point is that with being considered one of the greater scorers, that means you got high volume points. You know, you're probably going to chuck up a lot of shots, whatever. Well, Kobe, they said that's what their argument about Kobe is. You know,
Yeah.
that he took too many shots to get where he was at. There's more, and they have all the stats in there as well. But
yeah, you can always make that argument, but then you also got to look at he has 5 rings as a result of that. You know,
I mean, what does that matter, right?
Yeah.
Like
if you're taking too many shots and you're not winning, that's a different story. But you're winning, it's different. You know, and I mean, even like in the prime of that run with Kobe and Shaq and Paul Gasol and all the motherfuckers, I hated it. I hated them. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
And Kobe was number 1 on that hate list. So it was like, you know,
you got to still acknowledge it, right?
Yeah.
Scoring titles, right? Scoring titles are. That sounded like it felt good. So like scoring titles, I think are important because you think about
being the highest scoring player in
every
the
season, right? And MJ had how many? You said 10.
He had 10.
Kobe's got some.
LeBron got 1.
Even KD's got like 3 or 4, I think.
Yeah, I think he actually might be a couple more than that.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a beast. I mean, think about it.
And then I'm sure Steph probably has 1 or 2 now.
Yeah. So that's the point, right?
Ja's going to be next. You know.
That's it.
Yep.
That's really what it comes down to. So scoring title is going to come down to being some of the. I think that helps weigh it a little bit. It's numbers. It is what it is.
It is. Yeah.
But he's got a point. He's got a point. I mean, to some extent, he should be considered that, but because where his volume of points is at. But I guess you also have the point of whether or not he's actually shown up for those bigger moments that you would expect the leading scorer, the most prolific scorer in the game at that point, being able to do. So.
And I think that's also been a problem for him too, is that throughout his career, there's always been another player in the league who's been known to be like the best scorer in the league, and he was not really that player for the most part. You know, I mean, it was never an argument if he can close games, if he can win games, if he can carry a team. We've seen it, you know, like much as I hate the fucking just the whole essence around him.
Dude, it's insane. Adam has never been able to even talk about like this in that kind of way. He's always like,
I'm
fuck
objective.
him, I don't care.
I just say, yeah, fuck him is still my way I'm looking at it. You know?
Yeah, but you were never willing to give him any kind of acknowledgement.
I mean, there's only so much you can argue, you know, like you can see what you can see. But there's always just been a player out there. Obviously, Kevin Durant has been a problem for him for a long time. Steph became a big problem for him. Ray Allen for a long time was a big problem.
Yeah.
Dirk was a big problem. Like there's always been big fucking scorers. So having to compete with that, he had to play some of the players on his team that he was like, yo, I want you here, and then he gave them the ball in the big moments, and you know, I mean, those type of things just they add issues.
They add up.
Yep,
they add up. They definitely do. I don't know. I mean, listen, he's got another couple seasons. He's probably going to be, when it's all said and done, probably one of the higher scorers. He'll probably be at least 2. You know.
Yeah.
So we'll see. You know, only time will tell. They're not winning the championship this year either, though. So
no, definitely not. They've been ass.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like they were talking about, we should just kind of move LeBron the fuck out of here, and I was like, when in his career have they ever talked about kicking LeBron up out of it?
I guess it's just because you think about it. All right, well, the Lakers aren't going to really be much. AD is a perpetually injured player.
Mm-hmm. They tried to form a super team, didn't work.
Yeah, not at all.
Same thing Brooklyn did though. So whatever.
Just too old, man. Too old a team.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I would like to have seen Melo end up on a championship-worthy team, you know. But
it would have been nice for him to win one, but I don't think that's going to happen at this point. I think it's one season too late for him to have joined.
Yeah.
And
yeah, clearly.
You know? Well, I mean,
should take his ass over to Golden State or Phoenix and see what happens.
I mean, that was probably the way to go if you ask me. But I guess, you know, you're like, all right, let's see if these old dudes can do what they got to do. And that's what's funny about Charles Barkley just making fun of them. Like they just make so much fun of the fucking Lakers. It's ridiculous.
Good. You know, I like to see them be the butt of the joke. It's great.
You know, everybody's like, there's so many things going on in the NBA right now. Like
Dude,
the
Luka
Zion,
being a beast.
Luka's been a fucking monster.
Luka's been like, fuck everybody.
Yeah. I hope that Zion comes back and he's fucking nice with it, man.
Yeah.
Like, I hope that they're like, oh, if you're the Pelicans, you do not get rid of him. You don't even let him walk. You give him like a blank check. Be like, all right, you stay. Like you stay now. You know?
Trying to pay late. You pay later.
You know, like that's what they're saying. And hopefully they're saying he's just now been cleared to get back to basketball activities. So hopefully, you know, he progresses and you know, my card is worth a lot more when it's all said and done. Because fuck, man.
I want to like implement these buttons so bad.
Let's see something real quick. Hold on. No, that's not it.
Duck blue because I've never seen a blue duck before, and to be honest with you, I wanted to see a blue duck.
You know, Adam Sandler just doesn't get his flowers, man. I think a lot of people hate
I had to
on
do
him.
that one 2 or 3 times because I kept getting like, where she's like, well, it's a very nice, like just when she started saying
Yeah,
that.
you got to do precise cutting.
Yeah.
Adam also with it. I think you guys listened earlier, but oh no, we don't want that. Oh yeah.
Turn that down a little bit. Sliders are nice. You know?
Yeah. Oh man.
I added some things finally so that I can stop getting bitched at about not adding things to
Yeah, I
them.
still want more things, but they're pretty good. They're pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, there's, you know, I did what I could do.
Well, I appreciate you.
And
You're
I tried
here
to,
every day anyway.
the nice thing is that you can like add as long of a soundbite as you want, pretty much. Like there's up to whatever their storage is, and it's pretty good though. So I can literally put
a whole song if you wanted.
I can put like an hour-long clip. We can literally pre-record this and then just touch the button when we sit here.
Just, like mouth it.
Make like an old, terribly edited movie.
Oh,
back
you
in the
dirty
day.
rat! You got my brother.
One of those kung fu movies from back in the day.
Anyway, let's go to break.
All right. Not a good idea. You should not lift double, triple your weight in the gym with nobody else is there on a bench press.
Yeah, dude. Honestly,
That's too much weight over your neck. Like,
yeah, you got to really be thinking about that. So I would only do it if it was something I could rep normally without,
Yes.
worries. It looked like he was trying like a PR, which means that you should probably have either those clips off, because when the clips are off, if you can manage to turn it, the weights will fall off at least one side, and then you can wiggle it.
exactly.
Wiggle it just a little bit.
Yeah.
You want to see you wiggle it.
This is like anytime you've ever seen one of those videos before where people struggle, that's the problem. That's
Yeah.
how they get out of it. Let them all loose. That guy had no exit strategy.
He went the wrong way. He should have went down this way. He went to his throat. He was like,
I don't know what I would do.
it was like,
I don't know what I would do because you're either talking about crushing your dick at some point or crushing your neck.
Well,
and I
no,
value my dick
so-
a little bit more, I think.
then your neck. So look, I think
Take my eyes, not my dick.
what? That's terrible. Wasn't it was the Dave Chappelle? And it was at this moment he knew he fucked up, right? Like,
When keeping it real goes wrong.
so here's the thing behind that, right? If he would have went down a little bit, yes, it's heavy, but he doesn't have much of much leverage from up here.
Yeah.
He was dead almost. We saw his face. He was terrified of what was happening to him right now.
It only got worse.
Yeah.
He literally sunk deeper and deeper into a state of like, what's going to happen to me now?
Dude, I'm surprised that he got out of that.
There's
And
literally
it's
nothing
fucked
would have
up.
stopped it.
It's fucked up. He was recording it. Like they would have been like, "This is how he died."
It's funny because he got one side attached to like the little thing on the bar, but the other side wasn't, and he used both sides. At one point he couldn't get both of his hands
That's
to get
what-
it off of him.
That's why you have to roll it.
Hey,
What are you doing? There's that one right there. Oh. Yeah, no. That's why you have to roll it.
did the camera move?
I don't think so, but maybe you want to check that.
All right, I'll check it. The nice thing about editing is that I can just
wonder if it was like that earlier.
I just like when I let go of the wire, it kind of dropped.
Oh, okay. What were we just talking about?
We were talking about that guy and his weight lifting issues.
So yeah, that's like
It's not something that
was
I
a
would
terrifying
advise.
video. Like in the video, if you guys aren't aware of what we're speaking about, because we probably could have done a better job of that.
It's true, but I mean, we were having a conversation. You know,
We just watched a video of a guy bench pressing, 4 plates, or 4 plates on each side, so 8 plates, and each plate is 45 pounds. You do the math, because I'm not here for that.
something like 365 pounds or some shit.
It's like
that, when it's all
405 or
said and
some
done.
shit like that.
Well, because you got the bar, the 45 for the bar,
Yeah.
and then 45 each plate is 32, 320, 365.
225 is
Pretty sure it's
2 plates.
365.
2 plates is 225. Like that's 4. So you add another 90 to that.
Well, I'm just saying like
And
45.
another 90 to that. It's like 405,
Oh,
415.
well, whatever it is.
I think it's 415.
That's whatever it was too much for him. You're supposed to have like a spot.
Or 405, I'm sorry. 405 because I remember that there's a sorry. Anyway,
We should have a spot.
he should have
you know?
been doing 3 plates is the lesson.
He
here.
should have had 2 muscle bound dudes on watching, one on
Yeah.
each side.
No, there's a reason why certain things you shouldn't like in the weight room. Like you got to be careful, man. That shit
And
is-
I mean, if you try to overexert yourself on a bench press, you could literally pop a fucking pec. Like you
beyond
better-
that, you could pop your life because
clearly that
he
guy
almost
did.
died, dude. He
That guy
almost
was
died.
in a bad way.
Yeah. Why is there a rag down there?
Oh, I brought this in here because his face was all wet, and I was like, if he's gonna touch me, I want to wipe his face off first. But I think he just probably ended up rubbing it on the rug downstairs.
All right.
Well,
Well, we did say we were going to talk about the Joe Budden Slaughterhouse
yes,
thing that's going on.
yes.
If you're not aware, basically, if you don't know what Slaughterhouse is, it's a group that is formed.
I like to call it a hip hop collective at this point.
It's a hip hop collective, yeah. Either way, it consisted of Joe Budden, Royce the 5'9", Crooked Eye, and Joel Ortiz.
Yes.
They were like they formed it on the basis of they were the better MCs at the time. Might as well form a group and be 4 good MCs
Yes.
on whatever.
A super group.
Anyway, they had some success. First album was great.
They were independent when they started.
Yep. Moved over to what is it? Shady. And didn't really get much success beyond that. They released an album or 2, just didn't work. There's another one they were trying to finish. Joe didn't want to be there anymore. And this is just me giving you a brief synopsis. Anyway,
Yes.
so it's been years. Apparently, they had just been released off of that label.
Now, pretty much everybody is still actively rapping besides Joe at the moment.
Yeah. Though, even though he says he doesn't, I feel like
That's why I said at the moment.
he's starting
because
to show he might actually still do that.
I think a lot of people want to see him rap, and he's like, "This is the first time in my career that everybody wants to see me rap." 'Cause
Oh man,
before,
he would
like-
get so much money from off of this.
Yeah.
But so Crooked Eye and Joel Ortiz decided to make something called what is it? Fall of Slaughter.
Fall of Slaughterhouse.
Fall of Slaughterhouse, right? And it's basically a album called about the demise or how it basically fell apart. And Joe and Royce don't like it. They're now beefing, essentially.
They were not consulted about the
there
project.
was a live the other day with Royce and Joe on it, and Joel Ortiz got on it, and they were talking, and Joe and Royce were like, "Oh, we support you, we love you," and Joel Ortiz is like, if you love me, then support the album. Support the album. Joe's like, that album can suck my dick. And then Joel said, he was like, you're going to regret that comment, Joe. And he hung up like it's some sort of supervillain. And you'll regret those comments, Joe. And then click, right? But it was funny because like it looked like he was trying to hang up for a second, like because it was FaceTime.
Oh Lord.
So yeah, that's basically what happened there.
Yeah. I mean, you hate to see it, but you love to see it at the same time.
I think that it's gonna be a good fucking battle if, let's say that they start going up against each other like 2-on-2.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Joe rap. That's about it.
So they're gonna form 2 rap duos from what used to be a hip hop collective of 4.
Yeah, good job at math. I don't know. That's math, right?
Yeah, I mean,
What's 4 divided by 2?
it's basic division.
2, motherfucker. Yo, do you remember like when you would get something right in class? You'd be like, aha, look at
You
that.
just like feel like
Smart.
a swag.
Like, where's that? There's those
It wasn't cool to be smart until it was cool to be smart.
right. Like, damn, I should have paid more attention in school.
Damn, they called on you and you were ready. Oh,
admittedly, I was a terrible student, and I think that pretty much went through all of my schooling beyond once I started hating school. Like, I always disliked it. Always. I remember Adam disliked it so much he would just cry in the morning.
Listen, man, that was early on in life.
Adam, I gotta go back. No.
That's not what I want to be, man.
Don't take me. It was literally, I remember we'd get on the bus and like my mom be like, she would walk Adam because Adam be like young, right? And he was young, admittedly. It was in his first few years of school, right? Kindergarten, preschool, first grade, maybe even second, right? But we'd get on the bus and I'd be on there like cool, and Adam would like.
It's how I started the first like 2 weeks of school in those years.
Dude, the first 2 weeks of school, Adam cried enough for all of us for our whole lives. And I was just like, I don't want to go there. No, let me take. And my mom was like, she was such a good mother that she'd be like, all right, fine, you don't have to go today.
The hilarious thing was, as I got older, she's like, want to skip school today?
Yeah, man. I was like, hell yeah, I ain't going to school today.
Like, man, cool, I'm going to sleep.
But like, hell yeah, Adam used to whine.
Listen, man.
Dirty wine, if you will.
We all have things that we're not proud of.
Yeah. Yeah, but we weren't talking about those things. We were talking about the things that make you embarrassed.
Hey, man, listen. It is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
Then I grew and got better.
I would say this. Fucking tear up. Like, the bus
Yeah, we get it.
Adam be cool at the corner. Adam would be at the cooler. Adam would be cool at the corner.
I drew the duck blue because I've never seen a blue duck before.
Well, I'm going to keep going just like you did.
Yeah, I wanted to see a blue duck.
Do you remember you'd be at the corner, cool, right? Like holding it in, like. And then the bus would come and Adam would bust some tears right the fuck out. Like, fuck this. Fuck this.
It was my back to school song, man. I was like, well, here goes
why didn't
nothing.
you put that in there? That was awesome.
Because
Next.
How many different sound bites from the same movie do you want?
Any of them.
There's only so many pads.
Go on How High and just record the whole movie. How can I fail women's studies? I love bitches.
Well, that would be necessary because at the end of every punchline, you could just pause it and there'd be the beginning of a new one coming. You know?
Okay, we'll see. We got to do that. But yeah, back to you crying before school.
This guy. Listen.
Calm
Calm yourself.
it happened. I hated school. Not enough to be fucking crying on the way there.
Yeah,
like,
well, your dumb ass cried enough by failing, motherfucker.
I didn't cry during failing. I never cried once when I failed. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Now that was the problem. You cared too much about going. I didn't care about being there. Like I was like, you were at least probably.
But the stupid thing about you was that you by not wanting to be there, by not wanting to be there and not applying yourself, you ended up there longer because you were there at nights.
No, I didn't.
And then you were there in summer.
Yeah,
like,
but I graduated on time.
You did, but still.
Okay, I graduated on.
Oh, what happened? So now you don't like to talk about that?
I just don't want people to think I'm like one of those people that graduated after you're supposed to graduate.
I don't want people to think I'm stupid.
Now they're gonna think I'm dumb. No, I graduated on time.
Yes,
I just asserted myself too late. Like I just didn't feel like. Listen, school to me was one of those things where why are we here?
100%. I think we showed those in different ways, but same bottom line.
Adam cried himself home, and I we went wee all the way home.
But I still never had summer school or night.
Exactly, I told you. You cared that you had to go. I didn't care about being there.
Yeah.
Just hated that shit. But again, I was thinking about it the other day.
If I applied myself, I could have been a lot better there.
If I could go back, I'd be a better student. That's for sure.
I wouldn't.
I would definitely do better. And that's only, and they would have only needed me to try. Like it only needed me to actually pay attention.
I don't know why. Honestly, I wouldn't change a fucking thing because where I'm at right now, I don't think that like being better in
No,
those
no,
days would have put me in a better spot.
But
now.
from my own like thoughts, like
No, I'm fine. I got my diploma, and I know I'm not stupid. So.
yeah, I mean that's true. It's true. But I do wish that like I could have at least said that that I didn't have to do the summer school and high school thing.
I hear you.
I probably would have had a different high school experience if I didn't have to do all that bullshit.
It's very well possible.
Though I will say they were fun in their own way. You meet some of the funniest people in the world. Like you go to the city, you live in the city, and you know there's only a few high schools doing night school. Amundsen happened to be one of maybe a few, possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe you might even say probably the only one that was doing it, or maybe of two.
Well, I mean, you got to find teachers who are like
willing to teach.
I need the money, so I will come and work night classes for you.
It's basically like, hey, you want to come teach these
Unfortunately,
these dumbasses who failed and shit? Like,
unfortunately, I don't think it's very hard to find teachers who can use those jobs. Like,
I wouldn't
clearly
do
underpaid,
it.
but-
I wouldn't do that shit.
Yes.
But it's funny because night school was like a conglomerate, a gaggle, if you will, of just the some of the funniest people you'll ever meet in your life, man. Like, like you would find
slow kids.
you'd find the hood hot chicks, right? They'd be there, the ones who like just were too hood for their own good, but like they were hot. You'd find like the degenerate, right, who just never made it to class. You'd find the guy
in a Breakfast Club ass.
and then you'd find people who like just genuinely failed. Like,
I tried, man. I really tried.
I don't deserve to be in this class with these fucking people.
What's an ATL? He's like, look, man,
I don't rent to these people.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I don't know. That's I learned everything I know about it from you right now because
you've never experienced it.
I've taken night classes in college.
Summer school was cool too. There's a lot of hot chicks there, and it was summer.
And it's the dumb hot chicks.
Well, so I basically you can't say that because
Well, I'm gonna say that.
there were dumb hot chicks at night school too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Same classification.
I'm not saying that I was any smarter than any of these people. I'm just saying we were all there. It was a place that it was like the United Nations of the people who didn't want to pass class, couldn't, or could care less about what they were doing.
It's a great room to be.
It was a great room, man. And it was funny. Like I had a few people that I went there with from school, like from my class. So we just literally dipped together. Like we just had the school after school. And then we just be there. There would be breaks, and like you'd see each other. It was pretty funny, man.
It sucks also that you had to go to a different high school to do that.
Yeah. So all right, my first year of summer school, right? My first year I attended summer school was at Lane.
Yeah.
Luckily Lane had some sort of summer school that year. The next year they didn't. It was Gordon.
Which I don't understand because Lane is enormous.
Yeah, but I guess I think what it is, they take it for a year or two and then it alternates or whatever. So the only school that had it next was right down the street, Gordon Tech, which is now DePaul Prep or some shit.
Prior all boys school, and then I think they turned it into a co-ed school at some point.
Yeah, but it was I believe it was still all boys when we were there, but it was not during the summer.
No,
and that was cool because there was some hot chicks there, and it's summertime, so everybody wears shorts. It's nice. Hey man, for a 16-year-old, 17-year-old,
it's true. Talking about the time, you got to put yourself in time and place.
You're just like in high school, like, yo, this is cool, man, because it's summertime. I usually just be at the crib, man. Like,
listen, man, the only reason why I regularly attended classes is because there was chicks there.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you too. Both of these, night school and summer school, not the hardest thing you'll ever take. It was fairly easy. Just show up, put the homework in.
Yeah, but that's how regular school is.
Nah,
trust me.
Oh,
I
wait,
didn't
you're
do
right.
a whole lot of.
I didn't do a lot of
assignments
homework
either. No, yeah. But once you do those things, that's how you pass.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if I took the time to like pop open a book and study, like there's certain things that I'm good at, and certain things that I'm not so good at. But I could have been good at all of those things. I feel like I'd never really like. It's my problem today. If I'm not interested in it, I can't put my all into
100%.
it. You know,
and I'd be like, homework?
Yeah.
Man, fuck you. You're supposed to teach me this shit.
So I am, mama, but look, I got my own work.
In the 8 hours that I'm here, you should be able to teach me this shit and let me go home and concentrate on things like being a kid.
You're asking kids who are already like I'm sorry. When you're a teenage kid, you have ADD to some extent. It already is what it is. It's inherent in being a teenager.
Especially a young boy.
So now you have me.
Dude, you're getting your fucking like this is what that does. Holy shit! Look at that. That's
everything is a distraction at that point, right?
Your dick is
is
your compass at that point. You're like ah.
So now what you did is you gave me 8 hours a day to be in one fucking building where I have 8 different classes to go into, and each one of them wants my attention for an hour, and I'm supposed to like. Motherfucker, I don't have the attention span for that.
Nobody
There's
does.
no way it's
Adults
gonna happen.
Nobody.
That's why they're like, oh, if we give you one gym, then you'll get all that extra energy out. And
dude, how is college like 3? You might take 3 hours of class a day, and then you go like try to have sex with women afterwards.
Yeah, college has a much better recipe than high school does.
It's like, all right, I'm out of class. I'm gonna go to gym. Go try to get some ass.
It's the first time. Like, I feel like at least by the time you're junior high school, they should be allowing you to kind of make your own schedule a little bit and adult a little bit. Like, all right, this is how I'm gonna arrange my day.
The high school.
I'll be accountable for.
You should have 4 floors in high school. The first one should be aptly freshman named, right? You should be freshmen. You're still kids, right?
You should make them go to the top, though.
No, because into my
make them little bitches walk to the top. Fuck. Why do I as an upperclassman have to walk to the top?
In my story, they don't know what the next level looks like. So if they got to go through your level, they're not surprised. They're like, oh, I don't want to go there.
Fine, but I at least better have elevator access to get to the top.
All right,
I'm not trying to walk all them stairs.
All right,
man.
you fucking privileged fuck. So like there should be sophomore, right? Second floor. Right? Remember how Disney was? Like, it kind of goes up like that.
Yeah.
And by the time you get to the fucking 4th floor, it's all out fucking, like, whatever you got to go do. Like, fuck class. I'm not going to that. You can beat your teachers up, right?
The fuck turns into, like, just a free-for-all upstairs?
Because technically you're supposed to be 18 or so when you graduate high school. I was 17. Like, what happens if you're that? Right? Like, oh, you can be here, but you can't, like, drink. Right? Like, it's like a bar where you can come in, but we're not going to let you have any liquor. Like, well, what the fuck do I want to be in here for?
Yeah, it's true.
You know? I might as well just be a junior for 2 years. Speaking of that, I'm glad I never was that guy.
Yeah, never a demo.
Yeah, but what happens in college when you don't finish in the 4 years? What if what if it takes you a little longer, like all your life?
A lot. Sometimes people do that.
So like,
but some people also go, what's that route in the Kanye song? He's like, he got so selfish with degrees, he took my degrees. Like, Dad, why don't you get a job? And he just kept on learning.
Yo, that's a good segue into the.
I know what the fuck I'm doing, man. Of course.
I don't know if you did that on purpose.
No, I did.
Right
I
away.
literally said,
like you thought about it while you were thinking.
No, I thought about it before I said it.
No.
But now we're ruining it. So,
so anyway, that's a good segue to the Kanye doc, which I've been kind of keeping you updated on.
Yes.
You should watch it. It's not
well,
like
now that it's all out, I'll go and going through them.
And it's not like anything I say you're not gonna have known it took place or have some sort of knowledge about it already. But this was the finale. It's 3 parts. This one is like 1:45. It's pretty long.
Yeah.
It's funny. They're all like it's basically 3 movies. It's almost like that, And you got the sequel and the trequel.
And I'm more interested in things surrounding the Kanye thing, not necessarily his particular. And I'm sure there'll be things that are interesting around him.
It's an interesting perspective. It's definitely something else. It does, it just shows how little he is. Kind of like he may be the same person, but like it's to the point where it's turned up so high that you wouldn't really know it. He's still just as creative, still kind of scatterbrained and what have you, but I just feel like now, like, listen, if you guys are paying attention to the saga between him, Kim, and Pete, Kim, and Pete should be the name of a show. It's like a love triangle.
Sounds terrible.
She loves her, but she loves this guy right here, and he loves somebody else. You just can't win. And so it goes until the day you die.
I have like new sound bites, and you just want to take things that I don't have on here.
It's gonna make you cry.
I hate you.
But essentially, that's what that is. That should be the theme song. Adam Sandler should clear it.
Yeah. Is that a Adam Sandler original?
Yeah, it's Wedding Singer. I don't think anybody else sung that.
Nice.
He seemed pretty angry about that song.
Yeah.
But it's basically a saga where She's trying to get rid of him.
He's like,
He
"No."
won't let her, while she's trying to have sex with somebody else. And now
And that guy just in there like, I got what you want.
right. So the thing about this is that Kanye now, so the judge legally separated them. She's legally single in the court's eyes.
Even though he petitioned it.
he petitioned it hard.
Yes.
Like hard.
He was like, no, don't do it. He's like, Judge, I'll kill your whole family. And he was like, all right, I won't go that
I
far.
didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. But like he's been going hard at Pete Davidson, right? Super
Yeah.
hard. But nothing beats
Poor Pete.
after she got declared single the day after he released that music video, a claymation music video of him kidnapping Pete Davidson and then burying that man
Claymation
alive.
like Gumby we're talking about.
Talking about like celebrity deathmatch.
That was a great show.
Stupid. It's as stupid as it gets, but pretty funny.
Yes.
But he then buries that man alive in this music video. Now, listen, Kanye. You got to understand that. I hope that Pete Davidson's. Listen, Kanye, man. I want you to succeed and be as good as a person as you can.
About to get
It just seems like you're going nuts. It seems like you're going crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, but in this instance, I certainly hope that Pete Davidson finds a diabolical way to get back at you. Like he should literally like in my opinion, he should. I don't know if I said it to you yet. He should have like put his seed in Kim, right? Plant his seed, son, and then when the baby comes out, he should post a picture on Instagram with all three of them saying, "Who's the daddy now, bitch?" Right? That's what he should do. That's what he deserves to like. He's got to put that as a.
See,
you know, if you put a to-do list together for your beginning of your day, like, all right, you know, I got to go drop off some packages in the mailbox and make sure I drop my seed in Kim.
When
Get
when
back
you're
Kanye.
when you're going against a public figure, when you're a public figure going against another public figure, right? And your lanes are completely different, but the other guy's lane is comedy, and he can just make sketches and make fun of you in all kinds of ways.
It seems like SNL has no qualms.
And recruit anybody he wants from his set to be like, come be part of this. Let's make fun, because they all automatically gonna have his back. They don't give a fuck about a Kanye. And now you have Kanye who's just looking like a fool. And the funny thing is that Pete hasn't really had to do anything yet.
He isn't doing anything. Not even a little bit.
He hasn't done shit. Barely even
He just
acknowledged the
keeps
fact that
living.
he exists.
He's literally just keeps living. I bet you, Kim's got to be comforting this dude. By the way, I saw a picture of her yesterday on Facebook where she was like in the towel in a tropical island, little ass crack showing. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, she is full-fledged single mode right now.
Yeah.
But the thing that hurts Kanye is he knows that she's not single. So she's posting those pictures to fuck with Kanye while he knows that she's fucking Pete Davidson.
Kanye has made it too easy to be hurt in this
Listen,
situation.
if you think that this is going to be a mature take on any of this bullshit, it's not. There's going to be a lot of just she's fucking him and he's fucking him and he should get her back by fucking this.
Pretty much, I guess.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Look,
I don't know. It's interesting.
Watch the doc, but in my opinion, Kanye's crossing the line a little bit. It's a little stalkerish, a little crazy. The doc is gonna make you want to like Kanye so much again. Like, but it's hard when you watch it. You're like, oh, that was heartwarming, and then you look at your phone on like, you know, for a second, and it's like Kanye buries Pete Davidson alive in claymation video. You're like, well, damn, Wait, well, damn, Kanye. You
But
know?
yeah, move on from Kanye. We give him too much time on this damn show.
Yeah, but I think it's pretty. It makes for some pretty hilarious, topics.
I agree. He's just one of those guys.
He's definitely erratic, But maybe he is definitely got some sort of imbalance that he doesn't know how to control, and I do want to be sympathetic to that.
Word. I ain't.
And that me and Adam are immature, but we're mature enough to know that we got to be mature at some point. You know, if it's all,
I try to be mature enough. I try to direct all my mature energy into paying my bills on time, and then once that's done, I'm like, all right, cool, man.
like I don't got that. Like I don't got
a mature.
I don't got a mature response in my body. Like,
Hell,
I can't do this.
motherfucking no. Yeah, that's just shit is done.
But yeah, so I would say give that doc a chance. Remember, it's about an hour and a half a piece, so you got some time. So check it out. Just remember,
Check it out.
yeah.
Word. There's something else that we were going to talk about, right? You had me like on a three topic run.
Oh, Oh, yeah, actually, when so we took a break, and I went to go take a piss, and I was peeing in Adam's bathroom, and I look in the garbage, and there's a big bag of Doritos in the garbage. So I'm like, yo,
Hey, listen to let you this. I have a snack system, right? I be eating shit in my room, and then I bring them to the garbage when I have to go and clear. I don't have a garbage in my room.
Don't
so
line to the people.
I don't be on the toilet.
Adam literally be on the toilet eating taking a shit, eating Doritos.
No. Listen, I don't know how fat I look on camera, but that is not something that I.
That would be the fattest thing you could possibly do. You're getting fat while trying to get skinny.
I mean,
like you're trying to drop 5 pounds while gain it.
There's been times in the past where I've drank a cup of coffee while taking a dump.
That is acceptable. I know people might go, ugh.
In the past,
but
it's not a recent thing.
Usually, it's a coffee with a cover on it.
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm not getting I'm not letting it's all the particles run loose.
It's like, and it's for like a few sips. Like I'm just, I gotta go do my thing.
Yeah, I'm busy. I gotta get all these things done at the same time so I can
listen.
Get out of here.
At least I'm not fucking chewing on Doritos while taking a shit like this guy.
No. Sit on the toilet with a cup of coffee and then my
sitting there
toothbrush,
crunching.
Like,
That's a little nasty. That's a little nasty.
Nah, I don't do all that.
No, can you imagine? That's like an OnlyFans dream.
It's fucking gross. ASMR. It's like
why not? You're like.
So you gotta have a microphone at your mouth and one at the toilet.
Fucking nasty. That is disgusting. You are nasty, yo.
That's not something I've ever.
This motherfucker got a whole jumbo bag of fucking Costco bag of Doritos in his fucking garbage.
That's a normal ass size.
It's so big that it's like if you were to put it at the bottom of the garbage, it just pokes out and says Doritos, all bold, nasty like.
Yeah, but you have to like know what the size of the garbage can is for that to matter.
Does it matter since you're just sitting there chewing on them anyway?
No, not in the bathroom.
Is it always Doritos? Do you also?
I would never cop something like that.
What else do you eat in the bathroom?
Pussy.
Okay, well that's cool. But do they know that you're also eating Doritos in the bathroom? Well,
never that.
They'd be like, yes. Is that a bag of Doritos? It's like
now in that situation, I might eat a Dorito.
You're like.
Remember when George was eating?
He got so caught up in that shit.
He was trying to eat and have sex at the same time
and watch TV,
and he really focused his energy on the latter too.
She was like, George.
He said, "I was blanket. He's eating a fucking sub and shit."
He has the fucking the like what's it called? The portable TV, the small one where you pull it up the antenna. Fucking guy, man.
Yeah, that's the epitome of.
Then he found that bitch that liked to eat like cold cuts while they were fucking at the end. Sometimes things will happen and the universe will align and. Maybe the girl that you were fucking before couldn't appreciate your love for food while you're fucking. But then you'll find one that likes it just a little bit more than you do, and you get scared.
It's probably not the
one day you're
gonna
find a girl, and she's gonna be chewing on Cool Ranch Doritos on the shitter.
It's probably
and you're gonna run out that house so fast.
It's probably not the sexiest thing to like eat and
take a shit.
Fuck at the same time.
Oh, well, it depends.
I don't eat and take shits.
Well, it depends. Like there's certain positions that are a little bit more involved.
Right? Well,
it
depends what you're eating, I guess.
Yeah, well, in general, I don't think you want to be chomping like while you're just over her face.
No, definitely not. I mean, like that's how savage beasts started back in the day.
That's how savages fuck.
Well, motherfuckers are like, yo, I don't know what my next meal is gonna be, but like also,
I need to eat and have sex.
Like fucking lions.
What if you made like a sandwich on her back?
It's pretty disgusting, I think.
Really?
I don't think you need to put a sandwich together on her back. By the time you put that sandwich together, you're done.
What if you only got 5 minutes?
You prepping your meal?
Man, that's a quick one. You're done.
It depends what you're putting on your sandwich.
And
I don't know how much preparation you're doing on the sandwich.
And the time it takes to make a sandwich, that's it. I'm done.
Go to sleep.
Go eat some Doritos on the shitter and get the fuck go to sleep.
No.
You are the worst.
Not actually, you are the worst. Actually, since we were talking about Seinfeld for a second, I wanted to also say Larry David has now been obviously in commercials everywhere. I don't know all I know is that he talks about like, oh, we're going to let everybody vote, even the stupid ones. I don't remember what the commercial is for specifically, but
Larry David said that?
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of like pictures. Like I found this fucking Instagram page. It's like basically an old school Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David page, And there's some pictures of these motherfuckers. Let me see if I can find it. It's really funny. Larry David had like, so he was already bald. He had like the
male pattern
he had the
baldness.
George Jefferson going already, but like look like fucking he got electrocuted and shit. Like it's really funny.
He's like a particularly tall guy, right?
Larry David?
Yeah.
I think he might be a couple like inches over 6 feet, maybe something like that.
Oh, I thought he was like a good like 6'5", 6. You know.
Well, let me see. He might be, but I want to.
I could be wrong. Maybe he's opposite of that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I could be wrong. Dude, where the hell? It's so hard to find. It's to navigate like Instagram sometimes.
See, I don't know. I would have a hard time trying to find it right now because my usage of Instagram has been very, 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 very low recently.
Oh. I know I have it in here, but I can't seem to find it. So, that being said...
Well, it doesn't matter, you know?
Never mind, guys.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I mean...
Nevermore! Nevermore!
Can maybe put a link to the page in like a Instagram
It's not that serious. They don't care.
All right, well, I mean, hey,
At this point, they've already done what they needed to do, and we're not watching.
They're on to eating a sandwich now.
Yeah, off somebody's back.
Yes.
Let me crack that back. Put some bacon on my sandwich while I smack that ass.
I mean, but like
that's a lot. That's multitasking, stroking, eating, and slapping. That
but
ass?
how
That's
how
like
well does
utilizing
that fit into,
everything.
We talked about like how nasty it is to kind of like have a food at a strip club type of thing, right? Like shaking your ass in my face while I'm trying to eat my burger or whatever. Like, I mean, personally, I'm not 100% opposed to such a thing, you know. But like,
well, it depends on how you're living that day. Like, are you at that point where you're just like, I don't give a fuck about nothing. Like, I'll do everything short of like sniffing some coke off this stripper's ass right now.
I mean, like, I'm probably not gonna try to do that.
I said short of. Not including.
And not probably not. Like, I'm not gonna do that.
Like,
what'd you do? Remember? 800 box of nerds out of her butthole. Pineapple Express is hilarious.
So yes.
You sold your own poison, man.
Sneakers. Yeah, dude. I don't know where to go from there.
It's just a quote from a movie.
I know. It's just one of those ones that leave you a little speechless because you start to envision it a little bit. You'd be like, well, what are you doing? Just, you know how you got the box and you and let it like trickle down to the butt?
That's what you do with Coke. I don't think you do that.
No, the little box of nerds. The nerds box. It's
yeah, but whoever taps on it like that.
Well, you don't want a whole bunch of nerds on her asshole. You want to...
Why not? A box of nerds is not that big.
Yeah, but I would assume like you won't.
They don't have like the big ones from back in the day, like the full size box.
Well, I mean, I don't think
that's a lot of fucking nerds. I don't ever want to eat that much nerds at once. No matter.
So we're off the asshole part.
Well, no, even if it's like.
Oh, shit.
It wasn't supposed to be something that was focused on.
You said it.
I was talking about the mixture of food.
How can you say something
sex.
like that and not expect it to actually like leave some sort of conversation or lead to a conversation?
I was talking about the mixture of sex and food, and that is like one of the movie references that I always laugh about. That mixes the two. So, you know.
You sir. Little nuts. Anyway, but I would say, other than that, man, I don't really have much to say.
Word. All right,
we've spoken about a good plethora of things here.
We've done a lot. So we'll close out on sneakers then. What you got today?
Today I have the Court Purple ones.
Oh, those are fancy.
They are fancy. I got them from this motherfucker. Somebody told me Doritos while he takes a shit.
Nobody told you that. You only told yourself that.
I seen it though. I was in your bathroom.
No, you didn't see it because that would be disgusting. Why would you be in my bathroom while I'm taking a shit?
I've ever seen. I've seen like
eating Doritos
I've seen like
bathroom
cookie boxes, and so this motherfucker don't just limit it to Doritos. You just be in the bathroom, just what I got in there.
I take the wrappers from the munchies that I have at my room and throw them there.
I wouldn't be surprised if I opened up like the left cabinet door and it was like a refrigerator.
I mean,
what I got in my refrigerator while I'm taking a shit.
First of all, that would be badass to have like a cabinet refrigerator.
That's how I know.
But I wouldn't
eat things while you take your shit.
No. That's a stupid logic. Anyways, back to the shoes.
Yeah, so I'm wearing my Court Purples. What you got on?
This guy, the worst of all fucking time. I just have I would like the denim foam posits,
Okay.
something like that. I
Couldn't-
don't know what that. I think they're actually called the denim foams. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right. You gonna try to get those trading card up tempos?
Look at how this. This is why I hate like the fucking world of collectibles.
It is.
Like, oh, you like
wait.
those things, huh? I'll integrate them into these things.
Now Adam's
And then
gotta
you'll
go
want
buy
those
them.
things. Well, I mean, I have like 5 pairs.
Yeah, but you don't got that pair.
I don't have that pair. But I mean, I'm a big fan of the up tempo. So
It is a nice. Actually, it's a nice colorway too.
yeah,
It's a good summer colorway. So I think, hey, you should try it out.
word.
Speaking of
I
that,
might.
looking forward to that card show coming up.
Yeah, word.
Yeah,
Looking
man.
forward to that card show coming up.
Some innuendo for that ass. And on that note, with
Yeah.
that callback, we're gonna call you back next week. Damn,
Maybe.
That wasn't such a good ending. Let's try it again.
You did a real bad job
Peace.
there. Wait a second. Before we end here. Come on, you have to give him something. Come on. What's up? Rest in peace, Prodigy. Come on.
Oh man, now I feel disrespectful. I couldn't even try to rap over this after you said that. Rest in peace, Prodigy. I'm not even gonna try to disrespect this beat.
Listen, man, many people have tried to grace this beat.
Yeah, but I don't want to disrespect the man by trying to rap over a beat he murdered.
But you're talking over it.
I said, you know what? Rest in peace, Prodigy. We out, y'all.
Later,
We'll
y'all.
see you.
Damn, I couldn't even give him a bar.
Well, I had one in my head. It just came up. And I fucking had to say Rest in peace, Prodigy.